Good morning. Your time now is 9:33 this Wednesday, August 21st, the first day of the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration, and we have a Gov Talk special for you this morning, hosted by Scott Johnson. Our guest, none other than the CEO of the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. Scott, take it away.
Thank you, Producer Chase. This is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County, about 50 miles south of Nashville, 25 miles south of Murfreesboro, in the lovely, rolling, not just sunny, but cooler Green Hills of southern middle Tennessee. It's a great day. It's that time of the month where we have the regular program, which just happens to coincide with the start of the 86th annual Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. We have Warren Wells, the Chief Executive Officer for the celebration. Good morning, Warren.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you taking the time to come in here. I know you're a little busy right now, just a little bit, and I know you won't get any sleep for the next 11 days.
Yeah. Well, when we first talked about this, the next month, which would be today, being on the first day of the show, I thought, man, that's a great idea.
Till it got to be yesterday?
Yeah. And then when I saw you last night, I said, hey, we're going to move that back 30 minutes because I got a show to start at 9 a.m.
That's right. It's a little stuff, but that's okay. We want to get it going. So let's talk a little bit about this. Is the 86th annual, correct?
That's correct.
Think about that. There's very few things in the state of Tennessee been going on 86 years as far as special events.
That's right. And, it's just one of those things that I try to tell my team, and I try to think about it every night when I get up, or every day when I get up during the celebration of, this has been going on a long time. There's a lot of important things here. This means a lot of tradition, a lot of history.
1939, first show, I think, out there held behind the old high school.
That's right.
Excuse me. And then moved out to the celebration grounds. 1948, somewhere around in there.
1950, somewhere around
Somebody will call in and correct us.
Yes.
But when that was, but it's roughly around that time frame, and been there ever since. So I know that you always have basically kind of three metrics you use to decide whether, kind of what the indication of how successful the show is going to be. You want to talk about that one?
Sure. Yeah, it didn't take me long to realize that if these three things go pretty well, the show's going to go pretty well. And so, one, it's ticket sales, so box seats. And last year was a phenomenal year, one of the top ones we've had in 10 or so years. And all the metrics are showing that we're tracking right there again. We sell a lot of tickets once the show starts. So I'm
going to exceed last year.
Yeah, we could exceed last year, which I really didn't think would happen because it jumped so much. It was like maybe a 15% increase last year.
That's a big jump in 1 year.
It is, and so to be able to maintain that again is very, very exciting. So we're going to be right there on it. And then sponsorships. That show is a
can't do it without them.
Cannot. It's a multi-million-dollar show, and if we only paid for it through entries and things like that, it would be too expensive for most people to show. And so we have to get corporate sponsors, and our corporate sponsorship program is definitely one of the strongest it's been in a very long time, maybe ever, with maybe not with inflation, but it as of right now, it's doing really well. And so we're ready.
Did it exceed last year?
We did. Yeah, we've already exceeded last year.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Another top in the charts.
Yeah, almost doubled in my 4 years. So
say that one more time.
It's almost doubled in my 4 years.
Outstanding.
Which kind of had to, because inflation has been tough on us, and this show is going to cost us a lot more than it's ever.
Well, just like anybody else, and Mayor Graham was in the other day talking about how inflation impacted government operations, fuel and everything else, insurance, right?
Yes.
A little bit of everything. So I know there had to be a few price increases on things, but that's kind of the nature of the business right now because of how bad inflation's been over the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, we've done everything we can to keep entry fees the same, selling box seats for the same
price, right?
Yeah. And so we've kind of focused on doing some increases on what I call like luxury items. If you want to park closer to the facility, we had to raise prices there and things. Just kind of what we had to do. But I think the show is going to be a success. All signs are pointing there. And then the third thing, may be the most important, and that is the entries. And so
number of horse entries.
The number of horse entries, yes, sir.
Okay.
And so we topped 2,500 again this year, so third year in a row we've done that. And this also makes us it's been 14 years since we've had this many entries.
How many years?
14. So 14-year high, and so that's awesome.
So horse entries up, sponsorships up, box seat sales up. Those are the three key indicators. So, folks, that sounds good.
It does.
How's the weather going to be?
Well, this first week's going to be mild.
It's a little chilly out this morning.
Yeah, I was a little worried.
I can't believe I said chilly, but
yeah, I was a little worried. I thought them horses might be a little spicy this morning coming in the ring. I think it was 50 degrees this morning was the low. It's crazy.
That's unheard of in August. I mean, actually, back in you won't remember these days, Warren, but back in the 70s, that's what the temperatures were like.
Yeah, I saw pictures, people in their fur coats at night and things like that. It's amazing.
I hate it when you say I saw pictures. Different perspective, but anyhow, so all three of those main metrics are up. Looking forward to a good celebration. One of the things that probably a big chunk of our population now, since we've almost doubled in size over the last 30 years, maybe haven't come out to the celebration because they're new in the last 5 to 10 years to Bedford County. What would be your words of wisdom for them, or any advice?
Yeah, I say to anyone, if you love Shelbyville and you love Bedford County, you need to participate in the annual celebration. It means so much to this town, economically, but it's just the history that it has here. So much of the current residents have something to do with the celebration. You can go to the hospitals and see nurses. You can go to the bank and see the bank and people working the tellers. And so many people that help this town run came here because of a love for the Tennessee Walking Horse in some way, and then they had kids, and then so many people come here every year. This is their annual vacation. This is the highlight of their year, and they live in California, New York, all over the country, these wonderful places that we think of, but when they retire, Shelbyville's where they want to go.
They absolutely come here. And this is it's a family event, right?
Yes, yeah. So I would say, if you haven't been to the celebration, or if you have, to the local business owners, our visitors bring a lot of money to us, and they love seeing those ribbons. They love seeing the paintings on the windows of the businesses saying welcome. It's just something that I think I wish that everyone just would tell them thank you and show them how appreciative we are of what they do for our community.
Yeah, speak of economic impact, I know that's one of the things we want to work on here in the future, is because the last time we did an economic impact was, 15 years ago or something?
I think that's right.
What was it back then? It was
about $50 million.
Say the number again.
$50 million.
$50 million impact. And I think and of course, it's obviously more than that now.
Yeah.
Folks come in here, they're eating in the restaurants, they're shopping in the stores, staying in the motels, and spend a lot of money here. So I guess, folks, you're here in Shelbyville or in Bedford County, you see one of these visitors, they got us state plates. You could tell they're coming to the horse show. Thank them for coming here and helping out, because that sales tax revenue, especially for local governments, is a big deal.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, a lot of them have vacation homes here, so they're paying that property tax.
That's true. You're right. They do. You do. Yeah.
And things like that. And so it's and heck, a lot of them have that Tennessee Walking Horse license plate on their car that they leave here at their house, and they truly do. It blew my mind when I first took this job. I knew that they love coming here, but when I started talking to people, it just blew my mind that I've been coming here since I was 2 years old. This is the highlight of my year. We skipped school when I was kids to come here, and then after I got out of college, the first place I wanted to move was Shelbyville. It blows my mind. It's so cool because I grew up here my whole life, and you don't realize how much others love your town.
And I think sometimes folks that grow up here may take it a little bit for granted, but it is a family event, folks. Bring your whole family out there. Come out a few nights. If you can't make all 11 nights, come on out. 30,000 seat stadium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll find a seat for you for sure.
Yeah, there's going to be space available for you. You don't have to be real cramped and crowded like at a UT football game. Yeah. Just saying, unless you got a box or something. But come on out and enjoy it. And of course, that starts. It's already started.
Yep, started.
What time does it start in the evening?
7 p.m. So we'll be in the big oval at 7 p.m. tonight.
Flag horse going around.
Yep, right sharp, 7 o'clock sharp. And Scott, you mentioned, it's a family event. I should have mentioned this earlier, but so this year we are having on Sunday night, we're having Faith and Family Night, and so
good deal.
we're giving free tickets to any church that wants to come. So if they'll contact the Ministerial Association, they'll line up the tickets for their church, and you can come with your pastor and hopefully enjoy the night. And another thing that we're changing with that I'm actually really excited about. We've always had a celebration worship service on Sunday morning of the celebration. There's only one Sunday in the celebration. This year, instead of it being in the morning, we're going to do it at 5:30 p.m. And so
just before the show.
Just before the show. So
that's neat.
Yep, you get your free ticket. You come in.
You can go to church twice that day.
That's right. Yep. And we're not going to interfere with any of the local services, but people can come do the service and then stay for the night and enjoy the show. So we're real excited about that. Want to thank Pastor Jimmy West for working with us on
Great
that.
guy. Edgemont Baptist Church.
That's it.
We're a little shout out to Pastor West there.
Yeah,
he's very helpful, very active in the community.
Very much so. And Steve Murphy, but also working on this. Just very, very thankful that they put in a lot of time and energy for us to have that for our visitors, especially who are so busy can't get off campus. It's nice for them to have a church service for them.
So if your church wants to get free tickets, contact it. Is Jimmy still in charge? Is he in charge of ministerial? Call. Just look up Edgemont Baptist Church. They have folks in the front office down there, and ask for him, and they can. He'll help get you lined up and get your church get tickets. Right?
Yes, sir.
Just go through Pastor West.
Yep, free tickets.
Edgemont Baptist Church. I said, what a great thing in mixing faith and horses, baby.
Yep.
We like it.
That's what we're about here in the South.
That's right. Well, what a great opportunity, and look forward to seeing that. And thank you for Pastor West helping out on that, folks. We're talking to Warren Wells, the Chief Executive Officer for the Walking Horse celebration grounds out here. We're going to take a 60-second break and be right back.
At Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care, they strive to bring you excellence. Their family-friendly atmosphere makes going to the doctor a breeze. They provide their patients with in-depth eye exams with same-day glasses, a wide selection of name-brand frames like Ray-Ban, Versace, Coach, and more. They also have contact lenses and are able to treat ocular diseases and eye injuries. Need an eye exam? Trust Dr. Hasty and Family Eye Care, located at 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, directly across from the U.S. Post Office. 931-684-2020.
Isn't it time you had a good night's sleep? People at their best get their beauty rest with a personalized Simmons Beauty Rest sleep experience from Kincaid's, who's always been your hometown source for top-notch customer care. From inner spring and plush to the luxurious Beauty Rest Harmony Collection, featuring pocketed coil technology designed to restore your sleep with individualized support. Call Kincaid's at 931-684-5662 and get your beauty rest with impressive selection of Simmons Beauty Rest mattresses today.
Broadcasting from the Walking Horse capital of the world, 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Now that's country.
This is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County. It's that time of the month where we're talking to Warren Wells, the Chief Executive Officer of the Celebration Incorporated, the nonprofit. And folks, forget that, too. You guys are a nonprofit, right?
That's right.
Yeah, not in it to make money, but it takes a lot of money to put that show on. That's, what is that, about 105 acres out there, Warren?
104. Yes, sir.
104, my bad.
Yeah, you're all.
Do we sell an acre?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah. 104 right in the
That was
heart of
erosion, right in the heart of Shelbyville.
Yep.
You know, one of the things we didn't talk about, but if folks haven't been out there for a while, the partnership between the Celebration and Cooper Steel in the indoor arena is in the improvements being made. Man, if you haven't been out there, why don't you talk a little bit, just briefly, about that?
Yeah, it was great this morning because some people in our walking horse community haven't seen a lot of the renovations, and so this was this morning at 9 a.m. when we had the show start. This was the first time they've got to see it. Yep, indoor, and they loved it. So some thought we put air conditioning in, but I told them that was just God today helping us out, I guess. No air conditioning.
Do we get billed for that?
Yeah, but no. one thing they haven't seen that is really, really cool is Cooper Steel put some branding on the back wall. And so it's got a lot of pictures from the history of Cooper Steel, some of the projects they do. It's kind of like black and white. It looks gorgeous.
Start out with a man in a truck.
That's it. Yep, here in town, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Local.
Now they got like 3 locations around the country, so good for them. We appreciate, I know, the partnership with Cooper Steel.
We're very grateful for them.
That. If folks haven't noticed, too, up around Cooper Steel Arena, we no longer have the jail fencing that we had there for years. Nice black fencing out there, metal that looks really good. And, folks, I mean, this may not sound that important, but, man, the restrooms have all been redone, which is really, that's a quality of life thing for visitors.
Yeah, we'll have over 200 campers. We'll have somewhere between probably 250 and 280.
The bathhouses.
Yep. And so the bathhouses we have are very old, and so we've totally tore them down and replaced them, and so they're going to get the.
They even smell new.
Yes, new paint, everything. Yeah,
folks don't realize. I think Warren, that you have one of the largest RV parks in Middle Tennessee.
We do 286 spots.
That's what I'm talking about, and those things will get used over the next 11 nights.
Yes, yeah, we pull a lot of electricity, and I tell people we turn into like a little bitty city during this show. You think if you've got 250 RVs, at least 2 people living in them.
People on the grounds 24/7.
Yes, horses and people on the grounds.
Living on the grounds. That's because of the RVs. Of course, you kind of live out there too during that time frame. Yeah. But what about some of the special events you may have going on, Warren?
You know, one of my favorites will be next Friday. So Friday night of the championship nights will be next Friday. We got a couple names for it: Red, White, and Blue Night, Patriotic Night. Our Armed Forces nights. But that's the night that we honor all of our veterans, our armed forces, and
you're an Army veteran yourself.
I am, yes, sir. And had 9 years in the Tennessee National Guard, and did a year in Iraq. And we also our emergency medical professionals that are here in town, we honor them as well. But
public safety professionals.
Public safety professionals. Yeah, is that the right way to say it? Yeah.
We don't want to just talk about the medical people. Those of us in law enforcement would like to talk about.
Perfect. Public safety. Yeah.
There you go.
You'd get me on that. Yeah. One. You might have a little background in that. But yeah, and so we honor all of them, and I just love it. We always do something. Ben Gully, we had him. He's a famous tenor, sang last year on that night, and he's coming back again. So he'll do the anthem, and then he'll do another song during our
now, you guys give tickets to the veterans, things like that?
Yep, free tickets.
What do folks need to do if they want to sign up for that?
Yep, just show up to the main ticket office, and they'll have the tickets there.
So when you go to the gate, just tell them you're going to the main office to get veterans tickets, right?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding. What night is that again?
So that is next Friday.
This coming Friday.
Nope, next Friday.
So one of the big nights.
Yes, championship night. Yep.
I was going to say the second biggest night.
That's right. That's a
great thing, honoring the veterans out there, and we appreciate you guys doing it.
I love it, and we have a lot of other events going on. So one of the best ways to do it is go to our Facebook page. So it's Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration.
Okay, on Facebook. All right,
and you will see everything that we have going on. That's kind of how we keep everyone updated. But we have things like Hat Night is this Saturday. We're going to have a Western night. Just all kinds of great things.
A lot of fun stuff
going on. Yep. And then obviously the last Saturday is absolutely amazing. That is where we will crown the world grand champion.
It is because it's my wife's birthday, but
really,
yes, it is.
Okay, well y'all going to
throw that in there.
Definitely have a special time there for sure. But that's when we're going to crown the world grand champion. It's super exciting as always.
It really is. The electricity in the crowd, I noticed over the last few years, it's back.
It really is.
I mean, people just get on edge. They're standing up. You can't see. You got to stand up.
Yes.
During those last class, or you're not going to see.
And no one believes me when I say this, but last year, in our final class, the trainers put on a little show, and
they did, didn't they?
They did, and the crowd got so into it.
They did,
and I got season tickets to Tennessee football.
As it should be.
And I was in the center ring. And I could not believe how loud it was in there. That many people screaming and hollering for those horses. It was pretty moving. And so I'm just so
couldn't
excited.
get them to stop working out.
No.
Didn't even try, right?
No. We usually kind of frown
Y'all
on
can
that.
go ahead and park in the south end. Yeah, right.
We usually frown on that a little bit, but it was just such a heck of a
Not
show.
in the last class.
No, heck of a show last year. We just said keep going. It was awesome.
Outstanding, and we're looking forward to it, folks. That's the 86th annual Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. Started today. The show's at 7 p.m. 1900 for you military types every night to come on out. And for Veterans Night, the last night, which is August 30th, just go to the gate there. Tell them you're going to the main office to get tickets for veterans. What else you got to talk about there, Warren?
I don't know. I'll give a little plug for the donuts. Tomorrow morning.
What donuts? What are you talking about?
The Optimist Club donuts.
That starts,
world famous donuts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow.
Yeah, and we've gotten lots of calls. Everybody is wanting to know why they're not started today, but they always start on Thursday.
Folks, if you're not familiar with what we're talking about in our listening audience out there, surely 95% of you are.
Right.
But the Optimist Club, gives back to the community. Their big fundraiser every year is they make, what we call those, deep fried donuts, I guess?
I guess so, yeah.
But I'm telling you, they melt in your mouth, and people line up at that booth to buy 10 dozen donuts.
Yeah. My first year when they opened up, everybody's out there, so I thought I'd go over and say hello. And I run into somebody and I'm talking to them, and they're like, "Oh, I've been coming here my whole life getting these donuts, and they're from Alabama." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I said, "So what do you think about the show?" They're like, "Oh, we've never been to the show." We come up here, we buy. They fill their trunk up, and then they freeze them when they get home. And then like Thanksgiving they open a box, Christmas they open a box, their dad's birthday. It was wild.
When I was a youngster, which was a long time ago, my dad was a member of the Optimist Club, and for at that time basically 10 nights, for breakfast every morning we had donuts for about 10 days, 10 mornings.
Yeah,
fantastic. I look forward to it every year. Just wait. The donuts, if nothing else.
Yep. And I don't want to just give a shout out to Optimus. We have a ton of civic booths. Lions Club, Tony Rice Center is Band Boosters, East Bedford Civic Club, the Sport Cascade Schools. But we have a new one this year. Tony Rice Center has a new booth, and they're going to be doing pork rinds, so something a little different.
Pork rinds, I think that fits.
I do too. Pretty
that's part of our culture down here, right?
Yep. So that's very exciting. But just lots of things. Every booth has something special.
Well, and that's just another point. I'm glad you brought it up, Warren. The nonprofits that come out there and make money. For most of them, I think it's at least half the money they raise every year, and these are the organizations that put that money right back into our local community here in Bedford County. So if there wasn't a horse show, there'll be a whole lot less of that money being turned back into good causes here in Bedford County.
That's true. And for those who aren't from Shelbyville and don't know the history of the celebration, there's a reason why we have that focus. And
that's how it started.
That's it. Two groups, Rotary Club and Lions Club, came together to put on the first celebration. It would not have happened if they hadn't have backed it and put the money in.
1939.
That's right. So 86 years later, I mean, we're still honoring that history of ours, of the civic groups, of trying to give back to the community, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
I mean, folks, if you're not local and you're listening right now, or you're in a barn out there and you're from out of town, this is, we don't have school that last week of the celebration. The public schools shut down.
That's right.
That's been a tradition for I don't know how long as I can remember, which is a long time. And because a lot of those kids are working in those booths, a lot of those kids are working in barns, and it's just an economic engine that just goes on and on.
Yeah, and their parents' livelihoods, maybe horse trainers or something along with that, and so their parents' livelihood depends on this. They're there late at night. I'm honored that the school system still continues to close for that week to help our kids.
I know a few years ago they had about like a 3-minute discussion on maybe not doing that. It just got shut down.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't going anywhere, but it was a very brief, several years ago. But if you haven't been out to the grounds, folks, I'm always impressed on how the different farms and the barns decorate. I mean, I drove through, I don't know, I guess it was Monday. I drove through the grounds and, man, the folks have really done them up right.
Yeah, we've tried to really increase the awareness of, we have a barn decorating contest. And so that's part of it. We have a golf cart decorating contest now. Golf carts are an essential part of life on the grounds.
They truly are. What's 104 acres?
104 acres, yep. Yep, and it can get hot, and, running from your camper to your barn to the arena can wear you out. So lots of golf carts running around.
I know it takes a whole community to put this on. I know you guys involve a lot of public safety, city, county, state are involved, because you have, over these 11 nights, I guess there will be over 100,000 people that paid for attendance, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. Last year I think we were right about 116,000 paid attendance, and so
that requires a big commitment from public safety to help protect folks, right?
It does, for sure.
So we appreciate all the folks in public safety, the emergency medical people, and the law enforcement, and the fire guys and emergency management coming out and taking care of that during the celebration. So, Warren, we're about out of time. Anything else you want to talk about? Encourage folks. What if folks want additional information?
Yeah, just go to our website or our Facebook page. So the website is www.TWHNC.com. And then the Facebook page that I plugged earlier is Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. Now, the only thing I would say is just thanks to everyone in the community for what they do to help us prepare for this show. Thanks for the support. Love seeing all the ribbons, all the signs out. I mean, it really does mean a ton. And I just want to, WLIJ will be covering the celebration every night.
And Celebration Live 2024 is what they're calling
it. That's it.
Or what we're calling it, I guess.
And so very, very grateful for them covering that. And so you can tune in. I know a lot of people, if they're coming in a little bit late, to listen to it on the way in. And a lot of them, if they have to leave a little early, get the kids in bed, to listen to it on the way home. And so just
tune
grateful.
in right here on this very station you're listening to right now and get all the updates. Be broadcasting at start time at 7 p.m., 1900 for you military types, till the end of the show each night for 11 nights. Awesome. I know they had to do a lot of planning to do that. Warren, we really appreciate you coming in today and updating folks on what's going on. You've got we got to give a shout out to your staff out there. Yes. I mean, you've got truly an all-star team out there, and I'm not just saying that.
Yeah. They're amazing.
They really are, and you've got some that they've been experienced for years working out there.
Yes.
And can get things done with a phone call where, if you had new folks, it would be a little difficult. So we appreciate the entire staff out there, the maintenance people, the office people, the ticket people, the security guards, you name it, everybody that's out there working, because you become a pretty large employer during celebration.
We do. We'll hire about a little over 200 temporary.
Think about that. How many?
Seasonal employees. Over 200.
Coming out, and some of them have been working out there for years.
Yes.
Outstanding. Folks, if you want a good family time, a family event, come out to the 86th Annual Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration starting. Well, it's already started, but if you're an evening person, starting at 7 p.m. tonight, going through August 31st, which is Saturday, a little early this year. It's done end in September like normally. Labor Day's a little earlier this year. Come out and have a great time. Enjoy good food, good fellowship. You're going to see people from this community and all over the country that you might even know that's been coming in here 4 years. There's a great tradition here, a tremendous economic impact in the local community. This is Scott Johnson. Warren, like I said, we appreciate what you and your staff do out there.
Thank you.
Folks, we appreciate you tuning in. We've got 11 government-related talk shows we do every month. There's a lot of places you can tune into, but if you want to hear what's really going on and hear the facts about the things, you tune in right here. And I'll start saying this with Warren here. You hear it straight from the horse's mouth about what's really going on and getting the facts. So you've been listening to Hopkins Farm Broadcasting, the only locally owned radio station here in Bedford County. Scott Johnson, until next time.
Hey, listen up. Kincaid's is currently having a big closeout sale on all furniture. Take advantage of deals on a huge inventory of name brands like Flex Steel, Jackson, Catnapper, Ashley, Ardent Home, and so much more. It's time to stop by Kincaid's and shop the huge inventory during their big closeout sale while supplies last. Buy local with Kincaid's, offering financing and free local delivery. Located on the Kincaid corner on Madison Street in Shelbyville. Kincaid Service Company, where service is their middle.